Is it possible to build and scale an agency in 2024 using only a single software? To be honest, if you asked me 4 or 5 years back, I would have told you flat out no. But that might be changing. Whether you're an agency who's trying to scale past that 6-figure mark or you're somebody who's just starting, there's one problem that's more apparent today than ever. The problem is software overload. Especially with the recent boom in AI, it seems like there are 30 different options in terms of software for every single need that your business has. And they're all designed to accomplish the same thing. So you end up spending hours upon hours digging through the nitty-gritty details of each software, trying to find what exactly has the most benefits and what might be the best bang for your buck. And at the end of it, you kind of just end up going with whatever the first one was because you're just tired at that point. This is a problem that I've been looking to solve for the longest time myself. And while I was sitting in my bedroom, or I guess office, if that's what you want to call it, I received an email from one company. A particular email caught my eye, and that was from a company called Vendasta. They claimed that they had an all-in-one software that could manage every single aspect of your agency, from sales to marketing to project and team management to client management, the whole 9 yards, right? But what really caught my attention was the fact that they also incorporated AI and automation features within the software itself as well. And obviously, that's kind of my whole thing. Just for 100% transparency, this video is sponsored by Vendasta, but today we're going to be doing a deep dive into their software, and particularly we're going to be focusing on the AI features and the automation features, but I'm going to show you guys how the entire thing works on a big scale. And don't worry, I'm going to give you guys my 100% honest opinion at the end of the video as well. And I've included timestamps down below, so if you guys want to see a specific feature within the software, you can just skip ahead. So guys, once you're inside the platform, you're going to see a homepage that looks something like this. I know there's a lot going on, but I urge you not to get overwhelmed because it's actually a lot simpler than it seems. Now I'm going to kind of take you guys through each of the features on a high level overview, but there's only a few specific features that we're going to be highlighting today. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about the AI web chat and how you can set that up for your clients. We're going to be talking about the accounts feature, the business app, and then as well as just like a few smaller things that you guys can do to improve the usage of this for your agency or your business, whatever the case might be. Inside of your homepage, you're gonna see this. It's gonna tell you how many business accounts you have, snapshot reports. Don't worry about any of that stuff. In the top left corner, you probably can't see this because of my face block in the way, but it's gonna have a section for your logo. Once you click that, you can just go ahead and add some information about your company. So obviously we're Covenant Labs. You can throw in your logo, your company avatar, your favicon, all that stuff to kind of really personalize it and make it yours. But again, that's not really our main focus. Let's go ahead and move over into the contacts tab. So inside of your contacts, obviously this is where you're going to be keeping everybody who's a lead or maybe a potential like business friend, a partnership, whatever the case might be. That's why you can add these tags here. You can see with each contact, you have their phone number, email, the source of the contact. So you can use UTM links to track where these contacts are coming from. Are they coming from a setter or a salesperson at your company? Are they coming from a lead form that they filled out and being added as a contact here? So you can really see where they're coming from. Same thing with the salesperson ID. You can add additional salespersons as well, and then additional team members that are supposed to manage that contact. Here on the left, you also have your companies tab. Pretty straightforward. It's just companies, same thing going on here with the salespeople and the tags and everything like that. And then finally, you have tasks. So these are just like smaller tasks. You'll see in a second that there's kind of a bigger task management aspect of the software itself, but these are just kind of those small little reminders or small little tasks that you can assign to a specific contact or company that can kind of get done. Like, hey, maybe send this person or like their contract, or send this person additional resources or something along those lines, and you can directly link it to the contact here. What I really want to focus on for this video is the accounts feature, right? So if I head over into manage accounts, these are basically your clients or the people that you're working with, right? So you have your leads, your prospects, and your customers. That's what the whole accounts aspect of this is. What's really cool here is that if you actually move into the create account, because keep in mind, this is the cool thing about Vendasta is it's a white label software. So essentially your client or your prospect or your lead is going to have a portal where they can log in and interact directly with your products, and it's gonna look like your own software. It's gonna have all your branding, everything like that. So if I search for a specific business, like if I search, Hilton or something along those lines, it's gonna pull up Hilton's near me. You can go ahead and click on this and then click on continue. If you want, you can also, select competitors. This is great if you're doing something like marketing or SEO, but I'm just gonna click on continue for now. And you can see that it actually populates all of the information about that specific business. So you have their website, their phone number, you have obviously their address and the business name itself. It's going to add additional information if it's there. What's cool is down here, you can actually assign products. So if you're someone who's doing SEO services, you can assign that product to this specific client, right? If you're someone who's doing web development services or any other services along those lines, you can also assign those products to the client or the prospect. And inside of their dashboard, they're going to have access to these products, which is pretty cool. If you want to take a look at other products, you can just head over to the marketplace and click on discover products, and there's a bunch of stuff that's made by Vendasta, or you can add your own product. Really, the choice is up to you. I'll show you guys that in just a second, but I'm just going to go ahead and click on create this account, and you can see it populates with all of that information. You can add users, so like team members, to this specific account. You can add more business information. You can add more products or services to this account as well. So it's pretty cool. Now, where does this person log in? Like, how do they actually, interact with all of this stuff that you're giving them, which is where the business app comes in. So under management right here, we can see that there's a tab called Manage Business App. And you can see here that this is a client-facing dashboard, right? So you can customize it, you can add your own branding, your logos, you can give it its own domain, but really we're gonna head into the business app itself right now and just kind of take a look at what's in there. You can see that it's going to ask you to choose an account. I'm just gonna go ahead and choose like Whole Foods over here, and it's going to populate with all of this different information. It's gonna have you, complete a setup, maybe something along those lines. But really on the left, you're going to see your home tab. Let me go ahead and move my webcam so you guys can actually see this. So on your left, you're going to have your home tab, you're going to have the recent activity, and then you're going to see inbox. This is really cool, and I'm gonna show you guys why in just a second. You can see the CRM reporting. So obviously data and analytics are really important, whether you're doing, marketing, SEO, it doesn't matter what you're doing, data is crucial. And then you can actually see the services that you have there for them, the products that they can, interact with, which is really sick. You can see they have their own products, so they can launch this and go straight into SEO if they really want to. It's gonna take a second, and it's going to move them directly into the SEO. You're gonna see it pull it up right here. And basically they can interact with everything right here inside of this dashboard. So they can, manage their listings, they can add keywords, everything can be managed right here. They can see Google Insights, everything. But let's go back to the actual business app itself. So that's where they can interact with their products. Really, what we want to kind of focus on isn't really in the my business aspect of things, but rather I want to show you guys how the chat app looks. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up for you guys. Now, if we head over into settings right here, you're going to see a couple different things. You're going to see connections. So basically external accounts, maybe it's like CRMs, an external CRM that they're connected to, or you have email configuration right here, inbox settings, and AI knowledge base. AI knowledge base is going to be something that we come back to in just a moment, but first let's look at the actual AI chat app itself. So if we head over into inbox settings, you can see that you can connect a bunch of different channels. So you have Google Business Messages, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messages, you have a bunch of templates for messages as well, but you have this right here, which is My Listing Chat widget, right? So this is basically a chat app that you can configure that will show up on their website. For now, we just have like a very basic listing. It can all be, customized right here. So if you configure it, you can change the web chat greeting. So it's like, hey, welcome to Whole Foods, what's on your mind, right? Here, you can add knowledge to the AI assistant as well. Just a little bit of 101 in terms of AI training and everything like that. There's 3 different ways that you can train an AI model to perform the way that you want it to. The first is with prompting. Vendasta already has all of that handled for you. They do all of the prompting, the system prompting on the back end. So all of the prompt engineering is done. You don't need to worry about any of that stuff. It's going to perform the way you want it to. But the second method of training is called RAG, otherwise known as Retrieval Augmented Generation. It's not nearly as complex as it sounds. Basically, all it does is allow the AI assistant to reach into this knowledge base that you've provided it and gather up-to-date information about your business when, talking with a prospect. If you run an e-commerce business, for example, and you upload a document with your privacy policy and your refund policy and everything along those lines, and a customer asks, hey, what's your refund policy? Instead of going to ChatGPT and their giant knowledge base, it's going to go to the file that you uploaded and it's going to search for your refund policy. The AI model can then take that refund policy, all of the context in there, and then use that in its generation. Say, hey, our refund policy is that you can't return this shirt within 30 days of buying it, or you can't return it after 30 days of buying it. So, like when did you buy it? What's your order number? That type of thing. So knowledge bases are pretty cool. They basically allow you to make sure that it's actually giving the customer accurate information, which is very important. Now, if you want to actually get this installed onto your website, you can see here at the bottom that you have the Inbox Pro, which is where you can basically take some custom script and upload it to the header of your website, and it will show up on your website when people go there. But first, I just kind of want to show you guys how it actually looks when you're messing around with it. So if we go ahead and click on try it out today, it's going to pull up this little Google page. You can see that I was actually messing around with it a little bit earlier, but let's just say you're anonymous, nobody knows who you are, and you're just visiting this website for the first time. Let's go ahead and pull it up and see what it looks like then. So I went ahead and pulled this up on a separate landing page just so I can show you guys how this actually works. You have all the information about the business right here, but what I really want to do is just chat with the chat app like, what kind of organic tortillas do you have? Something along those lines, right? I'm gonna go ahead and send that to the chat app, and we're gonna go ahead and see what it says. Give it a second to respond, and then I'll show you guys kind of how this plays into the contacts and everything like that. So it says it doesn't have information for individual stores, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and go back to the knowledge base and add that individual information about this specific store, so that way it can pull it from the knowledge base. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll see you guys in the knowledge base section. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you how to add that to your knowledge base in just a moment. But what I do wanna show you as well is that you'll see with those conversations that as soon as somebody interacts with the chat app, it actually saves it here in the inbox. You'll notice that I'm not actually able to see the conversation, so where is it, right? If we click on this little drop down, you can see the inbox, which is all of the open conversations with contacts. You can see the closed, which is closed conversations. Previously, you can see this old one that I was messing around with yesterday. And then if we head over into anonymous web visitors, we can see that people are interacting with the chat app. We just haven't collected their contact information here, which is why it asks for their name, right? As soon as it collects their name, it's going to create an actual inbox conversation, and it's going to add them to your contacts list, which is pretty sick. Now let's go ahead and move into the actual knowledge base aspect of the AI model. And that's when we can go to settings and click on knowledge base up here. You can see you have the business profile that's already added to the knowledge base and then the website itself. But I want to add additional knowledge. I just want to add some text, right? I'm gonna go on the internet and get a big list of organic tortillas that Whole Foods offers, and I'm going to add it here as knowledge. So give me 1 second. So I found a website related to Whole Foods that has all of their tortillas. So we're just gonna go ahead and add that as custom knowledge. I'm gonna click on website right here. I'm gonna throw in the URL. For now, I'm just gonna keep it single page, but if you're throwing in your own website and you just want it to capture everything, you're gonna wanna change this to follow links or sitemap, right? Follow links, it will go up to 100 different links that are associated with that website. So it'll really get everything. But first, I just wanna kind of show you guys how this works. I'm gonna add this and I'm gonna call it organic tortillas. And we're gonna go ahead and click on next. It's going to find the page. It's going to take a second. It's going to do its little loady thing. I'll see you guys in a second once it's done loading. As soon as it's done loading, you're going to see this page right here. Choose pages to train on. Select that page and go to next. Now it's going to queue the training. This might take a few minutes depending on how much data there is. Shouldn't take too long though. I'm gonna let this train real quick and I'm gonna show you guys the final step in just a second. So it just finished and it moved us on to this third step, which is asking us where we want to add the knowledge. We're going to add it to the website listing chat widget, and we're going to go ahead and click on save. So it's gonna add that to our knowledge base. Now let's go back to the chat widget and go ahead and see how it works. So we're back in our chat widget and obviously we haven't left the conversation, it's still here. We're gonna say, what kind of organic tortillas do you have? So if we ask the same question now, we're gonna go ahead and send that message, and it should be able to tell us what kind of organic tortillas are actually present at the store. Now this is kind of like a very broad view. It's gonna differ between the store and the type of company that you're building this for. But just for the sake of kind of showing you how the actual knowledge base works, I just wanted to kind of get a list of organic tortillas and actually show you guys how it works. So I'm gonna give this a second to respond. Gonna kind of fast forward until it does respond here. All right, so now you can see that it actually gave us a list of organic tortillas, and they're all hyperlinked, meaning we could visit them. We're gonna say no, that'll be all for now. Awesome. So now you can see kind of where the knowledge base actually comes into play and where you can kind of mess around with things in order to actually just improve them and give it a little bit more context when it comes to the conversations. So let's head back to Vendasta now and kind of finalize what we've learned here today. All right, so you guys now know that you can use all of that information to add to the knowledge base for your clients. I think the main selling point with this software is the fact that you can white label it for your clients and make it drastically easier to sell the products to them and also for you to manage them, and it just looks a lot more valuable if we head back into our side of things over here, you can see that you can also manage everything from like meetings, so people can book into your calendar directly on here. You have your pipeline. If you go to orders, you can manage orders for your client specifically, so you know which client they're associated with, which tags they have, the salesperson they're associated with. You have everything billing set up here, so subscriptions, invoices that you've sent, payments you've received, payouts, so if you're paying out your team, that sort of thing. And then you have the marketplace itself as well. So again, you can discover products over here. So whether it's something that's, you know, like cold email, or something that's SEO, or something, you know, fully custom, you can add your own custom products here as well. You can always offer these products to your clients and add them directly to their account, and they'll be able to access them inside of the software. So you basically have your own custom software for the service that you're providing, which is pretty sick. Now, with all that being said, you're probably wondering or asking yourself, what exactly do I think? What's my opinion on the software? You know, they paid me to make this video, but what do I actually think about the software? And if you want my honest opinion, if you're somebody who's just getting started, or, you know, you're somebody who's looking to scale, and, you know, you're using this software for this thing and using that software for that thing, and you're kind of finding yourself tied in a spider web, I think it's an amazing option for you. It really depends on what your needs are as well. Again, if you're somebody who's just starting out or trying to start their agency, or maybe you're trying to scale your agency but just kind of need everything in one place, I think it's a great solution. If you're somebody whose business is a little bit more nuanced or complex, like maybe you're running info products, then it might not be the best choice. I think specifically that this platform was designed for agency owners in mind, so I think that's who it's best for, to be honest. That being said, if you are an agency owner, I think it's a great choice, especially if you're providing services like SEO or marketing, because you're able to track all of that data in one place. Or if you're running an offer that requires a large sales team, you're able to track that sales team, see their data all in one place, manage your products, manage your clients, and you're able to kind of whitelist a software as well, you know, giving your clients a better experience, pretty much ensuring that they're going to stay on with you for a longer time. So with that being said, honestly, I think it's a solid choice. So if you guys want to try for yourselves, you can go ahead and click the link down below, and you can sign up for a free 14-day trial. Again, there's no risk to you whatsoever, so you can just let me know what you guys think of it down below in the comments. If you like it, that's awesome. If not, it's not really your taste, that's perfectly fine as well. You get 14 days free to try it out, so there's really no harm done. Might as well give it a go. But anyways, guys, share this video with someone who needs it, drop it a like for the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys later. Peace.